Hello, everyone. This is Brother Benson, and I'm joined with my two brothers. How are you doing? Me good. How are you doing?
Hello,
Um,
bro. I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm managing well. How about Makobura?
Hello, good evening. I'm doing good, I thank God. I hope you're also doing good.
Yes, we are managing, as I said earlier, and I hope you had quite interesting day or progressive or stressful day. It depends on what you're doing during the day. But today we want to discuss some few issues. Before we discuss, Moses Wetangula has made a ruling that the judgment that were given by the High Court um, has been passed by events. What are your take about that, Mr. Makobura?
I think that is being insincere. I think it is not right because I've always known that we've got the three arms of the government, and the role of the judiciary is simply to check if whatever whatever the executive or the legislature are passing or doing are in line with what the constitution says. So I partly and fully believe that the pronouncement of the courts was okay, and it is unfortunate that the legislature has not really admitted that they truly went against the constitution of the Republic of Kenya. You know, part of what were laid, part of the reasons which were given by the judiciary, if you keenly look at it, of course, it makes a lot of sense. The speaker still holding party, the leadership of his political party. Of course, that is not right. But not just that, if we look at the circumstances that led to that pronouncement by the court, I fully believe that it was right. And I can say that the leadership of the legislature, I think because of the fear of what that might cause, or the fear of how that is going to make them have a stable government, the speaker still decided to make or confirm his previous proclamations that they were right. To me, that's a move that shows lack of respect of the laws of the land, and also lack of respect to the judiciary. It also shows a high level of greed within the government and the three arms of the government. I expected them to either, you know, um, go to court again to challenge that, but instead, as much as, of course, we understand the speaker has some powers to do the pronouncement, he went ahead still to make that pronouncement, of which to me, they would have gone to court to challenge it and then maybe seek for clarification from the court. But since he's the head of the legislature, he still has a power to, uh, confirm his pronouncement, of which that is what he did. So that is my take on that. Maybe Miguda, you can also give your take on that.
The ruling by Speaker Wetangula today on the House, whereby he disagreed with the ruling of the court that whatever determination which was made by the court, in his view, has been passed by event. I believe that Wetangula is admitting that indeed the court pronounced itself in accordance to the fact of the case and in accordance to the provisions. The court was right. He's agreeing with the determination of the court, but at the same time, is stating that it has been overtaken by events. In my view, Tangula is telling the people that the justice delayed, and once justice has delayed, it has been denied to the Azimio people. So Wetangula is admitting that the Azimio team has been denied justice because of the delayance of the pronouncement by the court. The court pronounced itself late, therefore it has denied the petitioners the justice they deserve. Wetangula is simply saying that you people agree with the current circumstances, but you have not gotten any justice, because once it has been denied to you people, once it has been delayed to you people, it has been denied. Therefore, you got no justice. You have not gotten any justice in our court. Now we live with the fact that your justice has been delayed, therefore it has been denied. That could be my input.
Okay. So and if you listen, I think like after the judgment by Moses Wetangula, the Azimio part of say that is going to be messy, and they withdrew all their members from those committees. So we will be watching keenly, and as the political unfolds, and we don't know whether this one is going to affect the broad-based government. And at some point, Junet Mohammed said that the broad-based is only felt in the executive, not in the parliament. So those are some of the pronouncements that were made. And also, like we are in the home stretch of AUC chair, and today Prime Minister was in Bujumbura. I think like, he'll be headed to Addis soon, and the members of parliament who will be joining him, the number was said to be like 100. We will also be following up on that and let you know everything that is happening. To anybody who is watching us, thank you so much. And you can also join the conversation via comment section and let us know what you think of what is happening. So there's an issue here that happened 2 days ago on the prayer meeting that was organized by the women. We call it the Women Prayer Meeting of ODM, whereby it was attended by the Right Honorable Prime Minister. But something that took many by surprise was the Nairobi governor, Johnson Sakaja, went and knelt down at some point, and also Raila endorsed Sakaja over Babu Owino for Nairobi gubernatorial. And we want just to know what could be the reason why Baba prefer Johnson Sakaja over Babu Owino. Yet Babu Owino is a member of ODM. And remember, Sakaja is a member of UDA. How is that one possible? And those are some of the reasons that we want to have a conversation over, and also to think about who chooses or who usually have a say on who to be elected. Does the people of Kenya or any other residents of Nairobi has a say that they will always have to go with the permission maybe from another quarters, like the way the prime minister has endorsed Sakaja. So people will go with it without looking at what has he done, especially as the boss of Nairobi. So those are some of the things we will be discussing. And welcome so much, Mr. Miguda. What is your take for the endorsement of Sakaja over Babu Owino?
Endorsement of Sakaja to Babu Owino by Baba.
Yeah.
I support whatever Baba did because that is his own political right.
Mm-hmm.
He has his own political will, his own political expression. We don't political right.
Mm-hmm.
He enjoys his civic and political right. He can choose whoever he feels on it for him. He can decide whoever he want to be. But that one alone is not enough, because the way Baba has a right to choose any candidate for him,
yeah,
even the electorates have the same right to vote for whoever they want to vote for.
yeah,
It doesn't matter whether he has chosen Sakaja. It doesn't matter whether he was going to choose Babu or it doesn't matter. But I want to say two things. One, Baba has settled on Sakaja, one could be currently Sakaja is the governor of Nairobi County, and Sakaja is controlling power. You know, Sakaja had power, the county power. Baba want to go where power is. He want to control that power. By controlling that power, he must lie where Sakaja is. Because by lying where Sakaja is, it simply means that Baba control Nairobi County currently, because Sakaja is the governor and control the capital. Babu does not control the capital. Team does not control the capital. Or Sifuna does not control the capital. The governor is Sakaja. Baba might go where power is because even the executive, he donated experts to Ruto. Ruto is the president. Now he wants to control the executive. At the same time, he controls the capital county. That is why he has to shift his gears to Sakaja. That could be reason one. Reason two, the political succession of Baba.
Yeah.
Baba might see that there are people who are ambitious in my party. Not people. Babu is ambitious in his party. And Babu want to succeed Baba. Babu want to be a kingpin. Babu want to take over from ODM. What do you do? Raila, as the party leader of ODM and the kingpin of the Luo nation, cannot allow anybody to succeed him right now because he still have some future in politics. What do? You can rally behind your threat. Someone is threatening you, like Babu is threatening is Raila to succeed him. Therefore, Raila can go and attack Babu's opponent. And you know Babu's opponent here is Sakaja. Because Sakaja has not shown any ambition to succeed Baba in ODM. Sakaja has not shown any ambition to succeed Baba in Luo kingpin politics. Therefore, I can decide to back your opponent to suppress you in my succession as a party leader. At the same time, I can back your opponent to suppress you in your succession as a Luo kingpin. By backing up Sakaja, Sakaja does not bring a threat to Odinga's succession in the party. Sakaja does not bring a threat to Odinga succession in Luo politics. Therefore, Sakaja himself is easy to work with because he's an opponent of someone who is threatening Odinga in the succession of politics of Nyanza. Those could be two reasons why Baba has settled for Sakaja. One, power. You want to control power and control the capital county. At the same time, you want to manage his succession politics effectively.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope Makobura is still fixing something. Makobura, what is your take on what happened, especially when that prayer meeting was taking place? Actually, the prayer meeting was not even supposed to be a political rally because that was supposed to be prayer that was geared towards his campaigns or his win towards the AUC. And now we saw Sakaja coming in, and at the end of it all, the center stage took place when he says that Sakaja is the person that is best suited for the Nairobi governorship.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
Very well. Okay, maybe Mao Kubura is still fixing something up. Meguda, as you know very well, Nairobi, when you look at in political context, you know, Nairobi, even in the last general election, was so much negotiated. So, and with Sakaja coming in, being a member of UDA, this one might be depicting that in the near future, right, ODM will be working with UDA or the new form alliance that they had. And it means the ODM might be given a bigger position in the coalition. So Nairobi has to be negotiated and it has to remain for UDA. So by Sakaja maybe being endorsed by Baba would mean that that are the signs of future formation for 2027 coalition.
That will bring me to my third point to answer that question. Makubura will come and clarify everything later. Third point is strategic alliance.
Yeah.
That could be another move. Baba got several moves. I've just mentioned two moves. The
Yeah.
first one, power. The second one is succession politics. The third one is strategic moves.
Mm-hmm.
Baba might have strategic move
Yeah.
for 2027 elections
Mm-hmm.
because he has rendered his party loyalist as expert to the current regime in the
Yeah.
executive. Therefore, he might also look it wise for him to move at the county level to continue to strategize for his expansion because currently Baba was not controlling Nairobi. He wants to
Yeah.
control Nairobi and other counties in addition. Therefore, he might bring Sakaja to ODM to
Mm-hmm.
manage. But there are some questions we have to ask ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Are there not enough men and women in ODM currently in that party? Why must they bring Sakaja, who is a member of the UDA affiliate, to ODM as if there have never been people in this party who are eyeing for this gubernatorial seat?
Yeah.
I want to say that that meeting whereby was attended by women, in my view, it was intentional. In my view, it was deliberate. They decided to call women for that meeting,
Yeah.
but exclude men. Does
Mm-hmm.
it mean that only women got faith that they can only pray for Baba to win AUC? Can men not pray for Baba? It
They
was
say
very
when
deliberate.
they say when women pray, good things happen.
Good things happen, of course, even men can pray. Even Jesus was a man. So that meeting was brought deliberately because they knew that if Baba could have endorsed Sakaja in the
Mm-hmm.
presence of men, the
Yeah.
men could have objected Baba directly. That is
Yeah.
why they have to be excluded and bring women so that they can get their way. But
Yeah.
what I want to say is that in ODM alone, we have people like Babu who has expressed interest for the Nairobi gubernatorial seat. Tim
Yeah.
Wanyonyi has expressed interest for Nairobi gubernatorial seat. Sifuna also there is some expression, but impliedly he has not expressed it. He's just implying that he wants to be the Nairobi gubernatorial. The
Yeah.
question is, Baba shortchanged Tim Wanyonyi in the previous election and brought in Igade. Igade was beaten by Sakaja, who was an opponent person. Currently, Baba is bringing Sakaja, who is a UDA, to come to ODM. What is it so special about Sakaja that he must be given a second term? So, to Baba, for Sakaja to get a second term, just coming to ODM is enough for Sakaja to be re-elected. Surely, that is not enough. The same way he shortchanged Wanyonyi and the candidate was beaten, in my view, is currently shortchanging two viable candidates, Tim
Mm-hmm.
Wanyonyi and Babu, to Sakaja. Sakaja can be beaten by this candidate. Doesn't matter. But the point is here,
Mm-hmm.
Baba is going beyond ODM, in my view, because ODM as a party, there are people who are loyalists like Tim has been loyal, Babu has been loyal, there are those who have been sycophant. It's going beyond sycophancy, beyond party loyalty to strategic coalition in
Mm-hmm.
2027 because we understand coalition are more advantageous in the politics of this country. It's now ignoring the political base of ODM. It's
Yeah.
going beyond political party to coalition to strengthen the future political coalition between ODM and UDA. That could be the reason why Babas made another move of strategic alliance.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And we are looking at the future coalition, and you talked about Nairobi County, especially in the last general election where Nairobi was zoned. Because they knew Baba was going to get the presidency. Then the Nairobi was supposed to go for a Jubilee candidate. That's why Rigathi was brought, and Rigathi was brought late into the election. But what happened? Sakaja went on winning. Makobura, please, can you give your thought about why Sakaja was endorsed over Babu? And talking about looking at does it one also is a sign that ODM and Kenya Kwanza will be having a coalition in the 2027 general election?
Okay, thank you. I think there are some things that we need to
Yeah.
take note of. That first, Raila is the uh, leader of Azimio, and that comes with some advantages. being that a good number of parties, listens to him. Politically, that's an advantage to whoever is supported by Raila. But again, remember, Raila has controlled Nairobi for quite some time, and more of his support base is within Nairobi. And that is why, as much as he's never gotten the presidency, most of times he has managed to clinch a good number of constituency um, member of parliament seats. So I think that is it is an advantage to uh, the governor of Nairobi. But something else that I wanted to say, that remember, Raila is a citizen of the Republic of Kenya, and it is his democratic right to just support whoever he wants. To me, it is so unfortunate that he has started this early. He has started signaling and telling people that this is the person that we are going to give a chance. I mean, to support. Uh, it is not a good move because remember, Sakaja is a governor. Is currently a governor, and what I've always believed is that if you've been given an opportunity by the citizens, then if you are talking about your second term or you're going again for that seat, then whatever you've done,
Yeah.
what you promised the people is what should actually take you back to that seat. The people of Nairobi have been having problems, so many problems with the governor himself when it comes to his capability in delivering within the city county.
Yeah.
So I hoped that maybe Raila was going to just advise him on, things that he promised and
Mhm.
strategic things that he needs to do to
Yeah.
ensure that he wins the trust of the people. But the move by Raila to tell the people that this is the person I'm going to support automatically shows a high level of greed, um, and exposes the political greed in Raila Odinga and his close allies, because it is so unfortunate that a governor that the people of Kenya, the people of Nairobi are questioning, and there are so many issues of corruption and many
Mm.
accusations that have come, and are directed to the governor, and is not really cleared out of such accusations. Raila Amolo Odinga, a politician who stands, who tells the people that he is a politician who stands for truth
Yeah.
and stands for fighting for the rights of the people, would come out to just tell the people that this is the person that I want. To me, that is not a good move.
Yeah.
Remember, most of the people have actually, if I give you another example, remember Nairobi. Here in Nairobi, we've had a lot of abductions, a lot of killings under the leadership, of course, of William Samoei Ruto, and again under the leadership of the county governor of government of Nairobi. And there are so many accusations that have been even taken at the governor's, door. Among them, just recently, there are people who have been found murdered within Nairobi, and there is no any clarity. As a county government, he's not come out to even tell the people of Nairobi that your lives are safe. He's not come out to even, try question the level of abductions, the high level of abductions we are seeing within the city,
Mhm.
the high level of insecurity. So to me, Raila's move, telling the people, to me, it is a dictatorial, way of ruling the people of Kenya.
Yeah.
And I want to just let the people of Kenya know that this time around, let us not give leaders opportunity just because we've been told by the political leaders that this is the right person. Something else that I wanted to say is that Baba choosing Sakaja over Babu,
Mhm.
still it is a sign of greed, because the question we'd be asking is, Sakaja, to me, I've followed his political moves.
Yeah.
I can't really say that Sakaja is not a good person. He is, but under the leadership, he performed well while he was in Senate. But when he came to the governor
Yeah.
seat,
Mhm.
he's really not performed. That is the truth of the matter. More of the works that is being done within Nairobi, part of them are being done by members of parliament.
Mhm.
Uh, And among the best constituencies, I would say, is where Babu comes. If you go to that area, you will see change in
Oh,
that constituency, and that's a fact. So if we are giving people opportunity based on their performance, then I would say that Babu, of course, has performed exemplary well.
mhm.
And again, going by the InfoTrack, data, he's been ranked as the best performing member of parliament in Kenya. And so, to me, Baba went ahead to tell the people of Kenya that he's going to support Sakaja because he had his own reasons. There's
Okay.
an interest that either he has in the county government of Nairobi,
Yep.
and it could be there's something that the governor is maybe helping him, being that he's the sitting governor, and he has powers within Nairobi and within so many places. It is so unfortunate, just to add, that members of ODM party have been, shortchanged by the party leader Raila Amolo Odinga, not once but several times. The same way Miguda said, somebody like uh, the member of Parliament of Westlands, he was shortchanged when he was about to win the governorship of Nairobi. He was going to win. I was in Nairobi by then, and I would see the campaigns here and there.
Okay.
He was shortchanged at the last minute, and someone else was brought up, someone who was not even aware of what politics is, someone who did not even know parts of the Nairobi county, and that was so unfair. The same way, Babu Owino and the member of parliament of Western, they have been moving around and telling the people that they're interested in that seat, but the people of Nairobi told them that let that, I mean, whatever you've done is what will give you a chance. And
Okay.
so far, we can say that the two gentlemen have been faithful to the party. And if you remember the comments of one, the late Kajwang, loyalty to the party and the party leader. I'm seeing for the first time Raila is not really following his comrade, and may his soul rest in peace.
Okay, thank you so much for that, for that. And let me take this opportunity to thank the followers. Douglas Kibogong, thank you so much for joining. And this is what Douglas says. In my opinion, 2027 is really too far. The alignments and realignments will be so many as we draw towards the last quarter of 2026. That is what Douglas is saying. And welcome to the show. We have Judith. Thank you so much for joining. And Judith is trying to talk to Sakaja here. Nairobi has been flooding, although maybe Sakaja should use his dimples as a drainage site. Incompetent selecting their fellow incompetent. That's so wild. Okay, that is the comments of Judith, and Brenda also is watching. And we are having a conversation concerning the endorsement of Sakaja over Babu Owino. And all what we know, based on what Makobura has also said, the infrastructure that came today, Babu Owino was ranked number one, especially when it comes to performing members of parliament with 72%, followed closely by Ndindi Nyoro. This is somebody who is performing. And if you compare what Babu has done in his constituency, or we might say that the constituency is not as big or has a larger population as compared to Nairobi County, but there's something that he can show for his work. And there's also something that also Babu Owino is known of. His popularity is rising. Does it mean that the popularity is kind of like shaking waves in the political landscape? So they feel like, okay, there's a way in which we can tame Babu Owino. And how should we tame Babu Owino? We should tame Babu Owino by endorsing his competitor. And my question is, if that's so, how is Babu Owino going to navigate the ODM machineries and the ODM party and popularity in Nairobi, just in case if he will go by himself with the Tibim party? Miguda.
That is very easy. It is very easy for Babu Wino to counter them because politics is all about interest. First,
Yeah.
you talked about Mbakasi East being ranked as the top by the InfoTract. Just to give you a brief history, we had Mbakasi East before Babu became the member of parliament for Embakasi East. 2013, there was Embakasi East, but we never heard of Embakasi East. Even me, I never knew that there's a constituency in Nairobi called Embakasi East. But Babu Owino has brought Embakasi East into the map. Now everybody knows Embakasi East Republic. People even like me, I know Embakasi East like my finger tips. I know all the words in Embakasi East because of the Babu Owino. We know even Embakasi East, how it is subdivided into wards
Yeah.
because of the current MP. He has brought it to the map, and he has done well. And where a person has done well, let us give him due where it fits Babu Owino. Babu has done well when it comes to development, even when it comes to distribution of bursaries. He has won the hearts of many people who are unable to pay school fees. He has brought that constituency into the map, and currently is even ranked one of the best constituencies in Nairobi in terms of performance, one of the best constituencies in the country in terms of performance. We talked about Babu Owino being popular. His popularity is working on his own advantage because he's popular, and is popular among the younger people. Look at the demographic of the people who loved Babu Owino. They're the younger people, and most of the people, voters in Nairobi, are younger people. They are being influenced by younger people. For those people who are leaders in Nairobi County, being popular can work on his advantage. He can use his popularity to advocate for his space in the forthcoming election. One, he can use other tactics. Maybe he can bring a new conversation, or he can appeal as a new figure or as a face of change to the Nairobi resident. Because the current status quo of the Nairobi, no one is willing to re-elect Sakaja. No one is willing to board that vehicle. I don't know how it will work for Baba, but we are not in dispute. Baba, just like any other person, has political right. He can choose whoever he wants to choose. We don't care. The way we have given him that right, even him, he will allow the Nairobians to elect the governor. The popularity of Babu Owino is what I want to talk about. That popularity alone can work for him. And Babu is also ahead of the game because Babu has also introduced new tactics of how to play the politics of Nairobi. He must appeal to the Nairobians that he is someone who wants to transform the city. The other day you saw Babu Owino protesting with the online drivers. Nobody knew that because the online drivers in Nairobi form the part and parcel of the population of the Nairobi people. So if he can go to the online drivers and appeal to fight for their rights within the city, that's a new move and a new strategy to win the online drivers. Remember, online drivers do carry Nairobians from one place to the other. The moment you have been carried by an online driver, he will simply advocate Babu Owino that go and vote for Babu Owino because Babu Owino has been fighting for our rights as the online drivers. Another thing, Babu Owino saw this thing long time ago. Babu Owino started campaigning long time ago because if he has been ranked as one of the best out of 70 constituencies in Nairobi, his constituency just has become on top. Remember, Embakasi is the farthest Islando, and it's very hard for you to work in that constituency and bring it on the top of the map. When it comes to education, Babu has tried in terms of infrastructure, academic infrastructure, building new schools like Donholm Secondary. When it comes to infrastructure and transportation roads in Embakasi East, I think on last Saturday, I was at Utawala. Then I was using my foot transversing Utawala. A person showed me some of the roads courtesy of Babu Owino. Then I asked that person, during the time before Babu Owino came to be a member of parliament for Embakasi, how were these roads? He told me these roads were very terrible, but right now Babu has upgraded them. When it comes to right now, Babu should just do some small things, but his popularity is a head game. The Babu should introduce other things. What I saw a good friend doing in Muranga, initiating Masomo Bora, and also he should emulate what Governor Irum Kangat is doing, the Smart City program, because Nairobi is lacking the Smart City program and Masomo Bora program. If you can borrow those Masomo program Masomo Bora program and Smart City program from Murang'a County, then it can work good for Babu. Forming his own party, in my view, we must play this politics the way it has come. Right now, it is about personal interest. Because, in my view, Baba could have not endorsed Sakaja without any interest. For Baba to endorse Sakaja, there was interest that Baba has seen or maybe is getting something from Sakaja, or Baba has interest in the capital city of Nairobi. That is why he has gone for Babu or for Sakaja. Because all politicians are the same. There is no politician can go into politics without any interest. Baba is never exception. I can say that with certainty that Baba is just like another politician, is never exception. He also got interest just like other politicians. By him supporting Sakaja, he got interest. Therefore, Babu as well must have his own personal interest. Therefore, Sakaja's interest or Baba's interest is not important to Babu's interest. There's no ambitious which is special and urgent than any other body's ambition. All our ambitions, all our interests are equal. It's a matter of fight. Therefore, if Babu is having an interest to serve the Nairobians, Babu should just now know his enemy better. And he must know his enemy, and he must have a way to transform his politics. He must do other things. Number one, he can decide to fight within ODM, but that is not good because already Baba has made a decision, and you know Baba very well. Baba, once he has made a decision, there's no way you can reverse that decision. That is what Marco Bura was saying, dictatorial steps by Baba. Number two, in that ODM, we have men, I told you. We have people like him, Sifuna. There are people who are capable to become Nairobi governors. But why is he opting for someone who is a member of the ODM? Yeah, Babu cannot fight within ODM. Fighting within ODM will bring him more harm than good.
Okay.
If at all Babu wants to be governor, Babu must chart his own way. He must either go for independent or come with his own political party. But he must ride on his popularity because his popularity is a strength for him to the other people. And also Sakaja being a current governor, incumbent, Babu can use that one also because it's an outsider, an opposition. It's coming as an outsider. But all in all, if they want it to be done the way they want it, Embakasi it is still home for Babu. Babu is still young.
Yeah.
He's still someone is having a political future, like his Didi Nyoro. Didi Nyoro is going to defend his yard. You can as well defend the Embakasi is. They can meet in future. That aspect of age work for him either way. He can become governor 2027 if he likes. He can also retain his Embakasi seat if he likes. So we have not lost much as young people. At the same time, we have not lost much as Nairobians. But most importantly, what I wanted to say, in my view, Nairobians don't want Sakaja. If Baba wants Sakaja, we are not in dispute. Baba has a right to endorse somebody, he has a right to support anybody. But what is on the ground, and I can say here without any fear of any consequences, Nairobians are not willing to re-elect Sakaja as the next governor. There are better options, but not Sakaja.
Okay, thank you so much. Makubura, I know you're going to come in, and this is what Nyakundi did. Everybody knows Supian Nyakundi, and he did an online poll. This is according to Nyakundi. An online poll, this is what Nyakundi wrote. An online poll shows Embakasi East Member of Parliament, Babu Owino, as the overwhelming favorite for Nairobi governor, with 90.2% of respondents saying they would vote for him. The poll ran for 24 hours, attracted 6,145 votes, placing the incumbent Johnson Sakaja at 9.8. The results have been drawn. The results have drawn reactions from political observers and the public, with many interpreting it as a reflection of shifting vote sentiments in the capital. So Babu Owino outshined Sakaja in Nairobi governor poll. This is what was done by Nyakundi, and it went for 24 hours. So that is something from online. So it shows that Babu Owino is doing well as compared to Sakaja, who was endorsed by Raila Odinga. But now the question is, where do we put Tim Wanyonyi?
No?
Hello?
Am I supposed to give views now?
I wanted you to give me the view on Babu's popularity, and maybe this could be a tactic of how to drain that Babu Owino popularity. That might be one of the causes. And if that is the case, how is Babu Owino going to navigate the strength of ODM together with its machinery, just in case if they decided that they are going to settle on Sakaja? Remember, that sediment was shared with Aladwa, who told Sakaja to come to ODM, and Gladys Wanga, the governor for Homa Bay, too, kind of tend to support that. And Sakaja promised that immediately after the Baba, then he will have a convention with women in Nairobi so that they can chart way forward. So how will Babu Owino navigate? Because this is about the fame. His fame is riding on popularity in Nairobi. And now Baba is saying, okay, Sakaja is the best. So how will he encounter the endorsement of Sakaja if the ODM machineries and the ODM fraternity support Sakaja?
Okay, thank you. First, I wanted to say this that Raila Amolo Odinga has enjoyed the support of majority of the people of Kenya, and that's a fact. But another fact that we also have to accept is that as from 2022 on going forward, Baba is no longer going to enjoy the high political support that he has been receiving in the whole country. And this is going to be confirmed very soon, come 2027. If Baba goes to the AU, the better. His political wave, his political popularity would diminish, would actually fade. But if he fails and comes back to, still get himself involved in the politics of the local politics, then I can also assure you that he's not going to receive the massive support that he has been receiving. But again, we also have to accept the fact that Raila comes from the Luo Nyanza, and Luo Nyanza has always been loyal to one Raila Amolo Odinga. But it is high time that Raila Amolo Odinga has to accept one fact that his time is coming over, and there's a new blood that the people of Luo Nyanza have accepted, and that blood is one Babu Owino Ongili. I also want to confirm over here that majority of the people in Luo Nyanza are youths, and the older generation understands well who Raila Amolo Odinga is, and that is why there is a high level of sycophants among older people in the Luo Nyanza, and that is why they've never given a chance to any young or youthful leader to hold either MP seat or senatorial seat, apart from the young man from Migori. If you see all these members of parliament from the Luo Nyanza, they are old people, some old men and women. That's a confirmation that political support in Luo Nyanza, youths are not receiving that political support. And the youths have woken up and they're saying that this time around they're going to give one of them. And they're saying they're not going to be dictated. They're not going to receive dictation from Raila Amolo Odinga to make the political moves. And that is why we are saying that whether Raila Amolo Odinga supports Sakaja or not, if Babu is serious that is going for the governor's seat of Nairobi, then I can assure you, whether he gets the support of Raila or not, Babu Owino will lead very early in the morning. He'll take the seat of the governor of Nairobi. I want to confirm to you how possible it is going to be. Babu Owino is receiving support from all corners of the Republic of Kenya and is somehow known in all parts of the Republic of Kenya. Take him to the Northeastern, he will be given audience. Take him to the Lower Eastern, he'll receive audience. Take him to whichever coast or whichever region, he'll be listened to. He is a human being. He's got his faults. He's not a perfect man. But again, we also have to accept the fact that we are all not perfect people. He's made his problems along the way in his political life, and some of the steps that he took while in on leadership, of course, did not really reflect or give us some good credit on his character. But we have to accept the fact that he is also a politician. He made that mistake, but that cannot guarantee, his dismissal for his future politics. But I want to confirm here that he's loved, he's liked, and is if he stand with Sakaja, he'll get votes from the Mount Kenya region. He'll get votes from the Western region,
Yeah.
and I can assure you that he'll lead very early in the morning. That
Okay.
is one tactic that he'll use. Something else that he's going to use. Remember, just as Miguda said, Babu has never been a governor, but remember, Sakaja has been given opportunity by the people of Nairobi to lead. But the people of Nairobi are crying. Majority of them are saying that they're not feeling the leadership of this current county government. Majority of them are saying that the life here in Nairobi is becoming more tough and more hard for them. And they're saying that partly they're blaming the national government and the county government. People are saying that there is high cost of, so many things within the Nairobi city. And that is among the things that Babu can ride on and come and tell the people that, you know what, I've been a member of parliament. I have managed, I was ranked number one. I'm coming here for this seat with the capability that I'm going to lead, with the capability that I'm going to, transform the Nairobi County city.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Let me take this opportunity to say hi to Keep Captain. Keep Captain, Happy New Year. I think this is the first time we are seeing you commenting for wewe ndio ufiki, ndio hii unasema kwamba, let me see, what is Keep saying? Keep is saying, mlifika 2025 mlikuwa mnakaa hamfiki. Tumefika, wewe ndio umechelewa. And I'm also seeing my good friend and a brother, Gitonga, saying, hey, Benson and Team Gen Z, thank you so much, Gitonga, and I hope you're doing fine wherever you are. Thank you for joining. And this is what Gibson Connor say. They are trying to sideline Babu Owino just the same way Gachagua was sidelined. Babu will soon expose the dirt in ODM. Talking on that point where Gibson Connors just mentioned of sidelining, I want to give you a few individuals, especially who are now holding good positions in the public offices, especially take, for example, when you come to read the relationship between President William Ruto, who is now the current president of the Republic of Kenya, with ODM, how it happened, and he left ODM. He later came and became a deputy president. After that, he became president. Now he is. We are talking of Adan Duale, because if you look at Adan Duale was also a very strong supporter of ODM. When he left, he became the majority leader. Along the way, they disagreed in Uhuru Kenyatta administration. He was demoted, but later came with the administration of President William Ruto. Now he's a cabinet. These are the people who formed ODM. Another person is Babu Namwamba. And Babu Namwamba too was very strong Secretary General in ODM. They disagreed at some point, but he later came back and became a CS, very strong CS, and now too is given opposition in the UN is working them. So there's that those who have been in ODM, apart from the ones that are coming from the Luo Nyanza region, they've left ODM. But if you look at their political career, they tend to have been in a greener pastures whereby they've grown in terms of politics as compared if they could have been in ODM. How is that one going to work with Babu? Just in case if things doesn't go his way, will he be among the people who will be said to have grown outside ODM? Just in case if things happen that he moved out of ODM, Miguda.
You have given good examples, and you have stated that maybe those MPs from Luo Nyanza who have opposed Baba have died politically. But this is a different case.
Yeah.
Babu Owino was never elected in Luo Nyanza.
Yeah.
Babu Owino was never elected by Luo votes. Babu begins to be elected in the university. University of Nairobi is not for Luos alone. University of Nairobi is a cosmopolitan university. We have even international students, students from Zimbabwe, South Africa, even students from Turkey at
Yeah.
the University of Nairobi. Therefore,
Mhm.
if Babu was elected globally
Yeah.
by international students and
Mhm.
also the nation at large, University of Nairobi 4 times,
Mm.
then Babu went to Embakasi East. Embakasi East is not Luo Nyanza. Embakasi East does not belong to only Luos. Embakasi East is a cosmopolitan constituency.
Yeah.
It goes all tribes in it.
Mm.
He was elected overwhelmed with around 60,000 votes.
Mm.
It means that not only Luos who voted for Babu,
Yeah.
people across the country voted for him.
Mhm.
Therefore, Babu is coming with a new story once you are, because Babu is coming from Nairobi, cosmopolitan. Babu is not opposing Raila. Babu
Yeah.
has never opposed Raila. Babu has never stated that he's opposing Raila. Babu has been loyal and he has also been too good to Raila. The only thing here is that Raila has seen it that it is not deemed fit for him to support Babu. And we are not in dispute. We have said Babu as a relevant support. But Babu also has a personal interest, just like any other politician. People have made comeback. Ruto make a comeback. Duale make a comeback. Babu can still make a comeback. It doesn't matter because Babu is not an ordinary politician. Maybe some people do not know Babu very well. Babu is not. That is why it took the brigade to go against him in his quest for the Nairobi gubernatorial because they know him very well that he's not an ordinary politician.
Mhm.
Babu can make a comeback. And let me tell you a story, Dr. Benson. People do forget. Kenyans do forget. Those people who were in ODM in 2007, when Ruto left, we heard them saying that Ruto has just left alone. Ruto akona kura moja. And people were anticipating that the current generation will vote for Raila in 2013. When the results were announced for 2013 elections and URP swept all seats in Rift Valley, that is
Mhm.
when reality hit Luo that Ruto alinda na watu hakuenda
Mhm.
peke yake. Ruto
Yeah.
moved the people out of ODM. People are saying that Ruto has gone alone as a leader, but the people are still in ODM. That is the same mistake William Ruto is doing. William Ruto is also someone who is forgetting easily like other Kenyans. William Ruto has released Gachagua, think that Gachagua has gone alone. No, Gachagua has left with people, many people, and that reality will hit him in 2027. The same way, if now ODM can let Babu to go, Babu
Yeah.
will move with massive people, particularly the Nairobians. And let me tell you, Babu supporters. Who supporters are those people who are regarded to be lesser, low regarded people in society. Mama Mboga, mtu wa bodaboda, mtu wa kinyozi, mtu wa randa, mtu wa online driver. Hao watu wadogodogo unawaona hapo. Those
Yeah.
are the Babu supporters and they are massive and are the people who usually turn out to vote. Because I was trying to do a certain analysis and you can assist me in this.
Yeah.
If you go to Karen, for example,
Mhm.
all those residents in Karen, they, they don't vote in Nairobi. And let me give you an example. Kalonzo does not vote in Nairobi. Ruto is not voting in Nairobi. Even Rigathi Gachagua does not vote in Nairobi. Most of the residents in Karen do vote at home. But these people who are in Islando, these are the registered voters in Nairobi because they have their family there. They want to access to water. They
Mhm.
want to access to better medication. They want
Yeah.
to access to masomo bora and infrastructure because they are part and parcel of the slums all of the Nairobi. Those
Mm.
are the Babu supporters.
Mhm.
Let me ask you. I think that previously I was at Utawala and I was engaging those people. And even
Yeah.
today, I was doing my opinion poll when I went to certain place, still in Embakasi East.
Mhm.
Those people are saying that let Babu come with whichever party, we don't
Yeah.
mind. But for
Mhm.
Nairobians, they are not ready to re-elect Sakaja for the second term because he's being supported by Baba. They have shift his legend from UDA to ODM. That cannot work for him.
Okay, thank you so much, and we will be following that. But as we continue with the conversation, also, if you go to the Twitter handle of the Raila Junior, he also supports Babu Owino. He has taken a position different with that of his father, Raila Molo Odinga. We also have the youth party leader for DPK, is called Kennedy. Kennedy too condemned the endorsement that was made by Raila Molo, his honorable Raila Molo Odinga, to that of Sakaja. So there was a mixed reaction from all quarters, especially on online for young people. To my question to you, Ms. Makobura, at what point will we have a situation whereby we make our own decisions without being given directions? That is one. And secondly, as a reader, at what point as a leader do you seek the mandate of the people instead of going through influential figures, especially when you are running for an office?
I think as a people or as a leader, the first step of first ensuring that we are out of captivity, we are out of a bondage of bigger or the so-called kingpins. The moves that we started making as a people or as the youths of the Republic of Kenya, it was started by the manner that was planned in June 2024, June 24th last year. There is a confirmation that the youths of the Republic of Kenya are no longer going to be remote controlled, but instead they're going to stand up for truth. They're going to consult themselves and make decisions based on what they think is right, based on the data which is around, based on the interaction they have with their leaders, and also based on the circumstances that which are there on the ground. I can confirm that the 2027 general election is going to be a little bit different because whatever we've gone through as a people, most people have been suffering in silence. People have never had the courage to come out and criticize the move of the political class. But for the first time, with the help of the Gen Zs, the people of Kenya had the opportunity to speak against a government that they elected and gave the mandate to rule over them. For the first time, the people went to social media and criticized the move of the president, and it was felt internationally. That is a confirmation that the youths of the people of Kenya are well aware of what is right, what they want, and where they're headed to. There is a confirmation that in the coming general election, it is no longer going to be it's no longer going to be normal routine for people to just walk in and then the political leaders or the political kingpin would tell them or remote control them or tell them that this is the person that we want and automatically they would maybe elect. It is going to be different this time round because what we are going to see is a selection or an election based on based on analysis, evaluation of leaders starting from head to toe. You look at their character, you look at their past, you look at their mind and their reasoning, you look at what they are able to do, and those are the things that are going to give them the opportunity. We are no longer going to be to make or to elect people based on how close they are to the political kingpins, how close they are to the political cabinet secretaries, president, and all those people. We are no longer going to look at the tribes that they're coming from, but instead, what we are going to look at is their prowess when it comes to leadership. their ability to ensure that the people of Kenya and get the solutions that are going to sort their problems and their issues as a people. So that is one of the strategy that the people of Kenya are making or have taken to ensure that uh, the coming general election is going to be different. And that is why we are still saying that whoever wants to go for presidency, whoever wants to go for governor uh, seat, whoever wants to go for senatorial seat, or whoever wants to go for whichever seat, they should not fear. They should not have godfathers. They should not have political fathers. They should not have money, because money is not going to be looked into this time round. The reason why I'm saying that is that, for example, in Nairobi, we've been told that by Raila Odinga that we should elect Sakaja. We are not going to elect Sakaja because we've been told. If, for example, of course, we are the topic here is Babu over Sakaja. If Babu and Sakaja comes in, we look at them and see what they're able to do. If Sakaja wants us to re-elect him, we'll ask him, Mr. Governor, you promised to do this. Did you do this? Did you do this? If you didn't do this, then there is no guarantee that if we give you the second time, you're going to do it. And for that reason, we may decide not to elect him. We will then go to Babu and ask him, based on your past leadership, you've been a member of parliament. The things that you promised the people of Embakasi East, did you deliver? We will go on the ground. We have people and we have electronics and everything up to which is updated. We will look and see, did you do them as you promised? If you did, then well, you deserve a bigger seat. And that is what will guarantee, or that is what will give reasons as to why we will vote for the person that will give a chance to lead as a governor of Nairobi. That is my take. What was the other question, Meguda, that Ben asked? I think I've answered everything.
He asks about the issue of those people who have been chased away in ODM and have made a comeback in the equation of Babu Owino.
Okay. Raila is leaving, or if he doesn't leave, if he's defeated, and should he come back to the political arena, then I want to tell you that Hedge has caught up with him, and that's a fact. The people of that region would not allow Raila Odinga to continue leading, because first, what he's done is not supported, or he has not mentored people from his region, and that's a fact. He's now leaving. There's still conflict in Luo Nyanza, who is supposed to take over from him. Instead of maybe trying to show any signal, he has not shown any signal. From the people have started signaling, and they are saying that this is the person that you want to take, to give a chance to take over from him. But Raila is instead seeing this as a threat, and that is the reason why he's trying to finish the political ambitions of this young man, Babu Owino. But I want to confirm over here that if Raila leaves, Babu is going to exit. Babu is going, his popularity and his ability in the political class is going to increase. If Raila fails and comes back for the local, to associate himself with the local politics, I can still confirm that Babu will still survive, because Hedge has caught up with Baba, and there's a probability that he'll not be able to continue the pace and the move of the current political scenarios. Remember, the politics that is currently being played is not the politics of old age. This is a politics of young people, and the speed at which it is being taken is not for that old politicians, and so he's not going to catch up with the pace. And for that reason, at the right time, you'll just see him coming out and saying that Mimi baba Raila Amolo Odinga leo nimeapa ya kwamba nimewachana na hizi mambo na zimeisha, and that is how he'll exit the political class because the circumstances are changing, the views of the people are changing, the people who are making decisions are also changing because remember the youths are becoming a majority, and that their whatever makes them happy, whatever they see as important is not what is seen as as things which are important with the old generation. So I think that is my take. Whether he comes, whether Raila exists or not, Babu would still survive, and he has a future politically, and I can confirm that if Raila endorses him, he'll still survive. If Raila says he's not a good politician, he'll still survive. And we've seen good number of people from Luo Nyanza whom at some point had a different opinion, the likes of the former Jubilee Secretary General, Raphael Tuju. He survived. He's been in government for quite some time. And those are the people who went against, the advices of Raila Amolo Odinga. And again, I think this is a different scenario as well because the likes of Tuju, they during that time Raila was still strong, and so Raila had that advantage of maintaining more time with the people. And this time around, it is a different scenario. It is a different case because Raila would not manage to consistently engage with the people and consistently listen to the people and consistently make decisions based on issues which are affecting the current Gen Zs. That is my take on that. Miguda, maybe you can add something on that.
Just to add on something very brief, that the old days cannot come back. The old days have gone, and they can never come back. We must live with the reality that we have a new generation, and we are in the new era. The old era is gone. And the leader of an old era cannot lead the new era. Each generation must have its leader. The current generation are yearning for a leader. Let that leader emerge. Let them not compel people with a leader of a different generation. We are not going to be on the same script. That's the problem we have with the Gen Z and the current status quo, because we are not getting each other. This young generation, which are seeing things on a different perspective compared to the older generation. Therefore, I believe that just like anybody, Raila is not exception. He has his own political right. He has his own civil right. He can endorse anybody. He can vote for anybody. But the people also enjoy the similar rights, and the people will merge the victors when it comes to 2027 elections, because it's going to be business unusual. The way you have stated that there are going to be new leaders who will emerge, and there is no way one leader want to control the entire generation. This generation, this is how we believe that we want to be governed. This is how we believe that we want to write our own history. The current generation, the way they wrote their own history when they had their time, they had the multi-party repeal of Section 2A, they brought new constitution. They deem it fit for the generation. Therefore, this generation also deem it fit that we need a leader who we can resonate so well with our demands, with our well-being as a nation, because we are part and parcel of this country, and we must dictate how we want to be led in this country. You can have your politics, you can pay your politics, the young people can have their politics, they can pay their politics. We are not in dispute. Let us agree here that we are not opposing anything. Let them do whatever they want to do. But for us and the younger people, we have our own decision to make, and we know the right people to put leadership. and they were telling us it doesn't matter. We rather fail rightfully than winning wrongly. Rather stick with the right person. We fail, we be in a position with the right person than serving the people with the wrong person. That is my take, Makobura. Back to you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. To Gypsy is saying we should still learn from past to change our present mind. I fully agree with you, Gypsy, and that's why we are saying that one of the reasons why people might not vote for Sakaja is because of what the past things that if that is done. Remember, he was elected in 2022, and part of the reasons that would give him a chance to be elected in 2022 are the things that he would have done in the last 2 or 3 years that he's been in leadership. And of course, when it comes to this political, when it comes to making decisions, especially like the political decisions, then we have to look at the ability of a leader. We have to analyze, what their ability to lead. We have to analyze and to verify and to ask ourselves that the times that he was given the opportunity in the previous, in the previous years or in the previous governments, what did he or she, what did he do? What did she do? And those somehow can clarify or tell us about a character of a leader. And that is why we are saying that when we are making these political moves or political decisions, let us not give opportunity to those people that have been in these positions. People have been given opportunity and they've not performed. People have been given the opportunity, instead of performing, they have, done what is not within the constitution. Some of them have engaged in corrupt dealings. Some of them have engaged in abducting the citizens who are opposing them. And those are among those things that you're saying are not right. And when we are making these moves, let us have a look at such kind of things. They've been given opportunity. How did they perform? Because that would help us make the right decision. To our viewers, this is Brother Benson Media, and here we say that your opinion counts. Before we end the show, allow me to acknowledge and to say a big thank you to Gypsy Corner. Thank you so much, Gypsy Corner, for finding time and engaging us at the comment section. We really appreciate the fact that you've always taken your time to join, to give us your take, and to engage us. We appreciate and we pray to God that may He continue blessing you and to also strengthen you. I also want to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to Brenda Obedi. Wherever you are, we are so much grateful. Sorry?
Because you are winding up, just let me clarify that point of Jepsakona, because I want to make it very clear. Just put for me on the screen. I might see it. Then just put for me that point where Migoda, we should still learn from the past to change our present mindset. I understand very well that it is the past that has influenced the present, and the present influenced the future. It works that way intrinsically, and I'm not in denial. What we are in dispute is that we cannot apply what was done in the past wrongfully currently to predict future. Anything that was done in the past wrongly, we are not going to do it rightly currently, because it will not affect our future. The reason is these leaders who are endorsed in the past, they don't serve the interest of the people. They serve the interest of the masters. That's why we are saying we are not going to board that past test whereby someone is endorsing somebody to serve his own interests. We are going to elect our leader to serve our own interests presently to affect us future. That is how I'm looking at. Not that I've abandoned everything. I'm just saying anything that was performed in the past wrongfully has affected us. Therefore, we are not going to do those acts. We are going to apply the opposite one presently for our future as a generation.
Okay, very well. Thank you. I was actually acknowledging the presence of Brenda Obedi, and we are saying thank you so much, Brenda, for finding time to join us. Douglas Kibogong, we are very much grateful that you've also, most of times, you've been with us and you've given us your opinion. We really appreciate the fact that you chose this channel and you've engaged us consistently. We don't take it for granted. We are saying a big thank you to Judith Karuita, the leader of Gen Z. She is a Gen Z who is focused, a Gen Z who knows where the country is headed, a Gen Z who is fully aware of what is right. And most of times she gives us her opinion here and how she thinks that, uh, things should be going. And we really appreciate Judith. Thank you so much. Our leader of Gen Z. Asante sana for finding time and also giving us your consistent comments. Yeah, to our good friend, I saw Captain Keep. Captain Keep, allow me to say Happy New Year. It's been a while. We haven't seen you for quite some time now. But I'm happy that today at least you found time and you just came and said hi. We're also saying hi to you, and we hope you're doing good. And we also hope that you'll be coming to the show to give us your opinion as well. To our good friend Gitonga. Gitonga, tunashukuru sana ya kwamba kila wakati pia umekuwa ukipata nafasi unapitia na unatupea mawaidha na unatupea maoni yako. Tunashukuru sana na tunasema pia Mungu akubariki. Na tunashukuru kwa upande yetu. Kwa wale wote ambao walikuja leo at the comment section and also at the viewing section, we are not forgetting about you. We are saying asanteni sana kwa kupata nafasi kukuja kutupea tena maoni yenyu. Tunashukuru. Yeah, so Miguda, I'm finishing. I don't know if you have something to say before we close. Okay, yeah. So to our viewers, this is Brother Benson Media. If you're new, kindly just like and subscribe to the channel. Because if you do so, it is a way of supporting us, and we'll really appreciate. Allow me to take this opportunity to wish you all a blessed night, a blessed morning, a blessed afternoon from wherever you are. We are very much grateful, and we